So this is, I guess, this is a furry who is a chud. Someone sent this person to me. I haven't watched this video. Let's take a listen.
So I have a thing. There is a thing that we need to talk about because there's certainly a deal that some of yous don't fully understand about my old birdie face. And that is, it's people think I'm a creator. They think I create shit, like a Supreme Taco Bell burrito or something. You eat it and then there's 4 metric tons of shit and it's still coming. Where'd all that shit come from? Well, the burrito just creates it. Apparently that's me. But, however, that's not true. It's actually backwards. I'm just the audience. That's all. I mean, you can't possibly think that I had any part in directing the shit-stomping slapstick 3rd grade Baroque that's sandstorming us right now, do you? If I had any power in this world, it would be a lot fucking different right now. The breeze would be blowing, sun shining, and we'd all be flying colorful kites in the air. And anytime you ever heard some shrill, outraged accusation about how horrible you were for not thinking the right thoughts, all you'd have to do is step on their face, because the only useful thing those people could do in my world would be to keep our feet out of the fucking mud. That and their—
Oh, lovely. That escalated so quickly. This guy kind of seems like Razor Fist, but he didn't do a bump of cocaine right before he started filming. Yeah, this is a bit annoying the way he talks, but that's just my opinion. I'm gonna slow it down.
There would be a lot more hot wax on our nipples because that just tends to make your day a little bit better. But hey,
sure.
It's not me, all right? I'm not in charge of this world. I'm just the audience watching this play, okay? You know those old farts that watch the Muppet Show from the balcony and they talk about how stupid it is? I'm one of—
Waldorf and Statler. Know your Muppets, okay? Can I even respect your opinion if you don't know the names of the Muppets, okay? Come on, get with it.
Those fuckers. These rants that I make is just my commentary. This is my commentary on the cow shit ballet that's proudly twerking in front of me, that's all. So you know I'm gonna have some commentary when someone says something like this.
And God known by many names, by many different faiths. A man and a woman.
My golly gosh, did he just say amen and a woman? Why, yes, he did, and for—
I'm pretty sure he was, like, joking. That's a joke that people have— it's not even an original joke. That's like a boomer joke, but okay.
a moment you thought your head was firmly clamped into your sphincter, but it happens to not be. Yes, a preacher in Congress actually ended a prayer with amen and a woman because the writers of this Turd Alley performance don't even know that amen isn't even an English fucking word. It's a—
I'm pretty sure the preacher, whoever this is, who was asked to do the invocation, knows amen is not an English word.
Hebrew word that means it is so, but no. There's part of that word that sounds like men, and men is an evil word. Evil!
Wow, he's extrapolating a lot from a joke this dude made. Men is evil! Who said that? Who in the world said that?
So we have to add woman in there somewhere, otherwise the patriarchy's gonna squeeze out another victory load and chain all the women to the stove in the kitchen naked and make them dump hot wax on their woman-aiding nipples.
That was vivid. Jesus Christ. How often does this person put out videos? Not often, I guess. It's interesting to me. How do you end up as a chud when you're a furry? It's just like, I don't understand. Usually being part of a minority group that is often made fun of. I've probably poked fun at furries in the past, but you know, I have nothing against furries. Do you? That's great. I'm happy you found something that makes you happy. But it's just weird to me that when there are groups that do often get made fun of, like furries, again, I have nothing wrong with furries, but I think everyone knows that they're a pretty easy target on the internet. People make fun of furries a lot. How can you be part of that group and then also be a piece of shit like this? Just seems incompatible to me, but whatever.
So, I mean, no big surprise, right? And it's a palatially stupid scene from an unfathomably mindless play that we're all getting used to at this point, right? It actually might have been comedy.
Yeah, I know that furries have been recruited by, like, neo-Nazis. It just, I don't understand why they fall for it. Because if fascists actually took power with the help of furries, they would immediately turn on the furries. That's how fascism works. They're not gonna be like, all right, now we're okay with furries. It's just so bizarre.
Fucking gold if people weren't taking it completely seriously, and remember, I'm the old fart in the balcony, remember? And I have some simple commentary. All I have to do is say, hey, if stupid was shit, then you'd be jaw deep in the New York sewers right now, okay? I mean, right? That's not an unfair judgment. Probably some of you are thinking the same thing right now. But here, now, there is a problem. What? He has a comment? He has a criticism? And now the play stops. Everyone stops like they just accidentally sucked a fiberglass sponge into their ass and they point at me. You can't say anything. You can't criticize us. And if you do, then you're a racist, Nazi, bigot, seal clubbing, misogynist, transphobic fascist. Well,
I think you're maybe, assuming a lot. You seem like an asshole so far just because of how, like, this you are in terms of being so defensive and someone making a joke about, like, A men and A women triggered a 4-minute video with so many chud buzzwords. I think John Doyle would blush, but, you know, do you, I guess? It just seems weird. Like, at best I'd be like, hey, I think the guy was just joking about the A men and A women thing. And even if he wasn't, what's the problem? He's just being, like, silly? I guess I don't understand the anger. That's what I don't understand. The visceral anger response to this is so strange.
Well, pardon me, excuse me for a little moment, because this is the part where I tell you to delicately prance over the plains with the wild animals and stuff your tongue into the ass of a sick buffalo so you can possibly understand the taste of wretch I have for your soul at the moment.
It's like he watched every episode of Angry Video Game Nerd in a row, and then he decided that's how he was going to talk from now on. That's a bad call. That's a bad call unless your audience is primarily 12-year-old boys.
Have taken no small effort in letting me know how irrelevant I am to you. How little I mean to your world and your point of view. I'm old, ineffective, useless, and what I think doesn't mean anything anymore, right? I should just sit down and let you run the world. That's what you want, isn't it? Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm looking right at it, and it's a pile of shit. And if you think you can point at me and tell me I can't be critical of this throbbing tumor you call society right now, remember, I don't mean anything.
You wonder why people call you like a chud and a misanthrope, and you're calling society a tumor? Alright. Someone keep this guy away from the clown makeup section. He's one bad day away from trying to kill Batman.
Irrelevant. If you're gonna tell me that what I think suddenly has value the moment you can whine about it, then you can find an epileptic rhinoceros and go sit on it. Okay, you can't do that. What I think is not on the fucking stock market. Oh, it's worth nothing. It's useless. It's complete shit. Oh wait, now it's fucking valuable. Okay, no, I'm not listed next to fucking Amazon. And besides, I know what it is that you want. That guy who said amen and a woman, that wasn't a joke, and it wasn't just a personal preference. That's
Pretty sure it was a joke. I could be wrong, but even if it wasn't a joke and he was just mistaken about what amen meant, that's still funny in an accidental way, and it's not a big deal. Anyone making a big deal out of that in any way is being ridiculous.
how he expects the rest of us to talk. You don't just want to direct the play, you want to direct all of us. You want to tell us that we're irrelevant, but you also want to tell us what we...
Oh, you're definitely irrelevant, but that's not our fault. I'm sorry. I'm irrelevant too. Most people are irrelevant. That's kind of how being a part of a society works. You should know that, Joker. Okay?
can and can't say and can and can't think, but surprise,
There's nothing funny
bitch,
about
you
the
can't
food of
have
capitalism.
both. So fine, I'll sit back and I'll be part of the audience and I'll let you run the whole fucking
I know the video slowed down. I slowed it down.
show, but you better take full understanding that to me and to anyone else you've told to sit down and shut up, your authoritarian bullshit is over, okay? And I was nice. I chilled
It's
out and
authoritarian to tell a joke in Congress or to be mistaken in Congress. That's authoritarian now. Cool.
I gave you plenty of time to stop being tantrum-throwing toddlers for a few years, but apparently you're taking the PhD course, so I'm out. So from here on out, don't expect to tell me what to think, how to feel, what to say, where, or do. I'm not part of your shit show anymore, and you can fuck off. And
No one's telling you what to think. If you're talking about what to say, I mean, they're general socialization guidelines society dictates. Like, you shouldn't say racial slurs at people. Like, no one's gonna throw you in jail for that in America, but you probably shouldn't do it because you're an asshole if you don't. Be an asshole if you want, but yeah, you're gonna get criticized for being an asshole. Welcome to living around other human beings. Sorry.
if you have trouble understanding that, then I'll tape it to my belt buckle so you can read it without your fucking glasses. This is to your free-thinking ranting griffin. That's all I have to say about that.
Jesus Christ. His persona is a griffin, too. That's interesting. Hold on, he's got a WikiFur page. Let me look. Let's read his WikiFur page, shall we? Today's also the day I learned that WikiFur is a thing, so cheers to that. The Ranting Griffin is an amateur comedian, ooh, very amateur, who performs mainly at sci-fi and furry conventions, who lives in Colorado Springs, Colorado, USA. Oh, this guy performs at furry conventions? Who's hiring this guy? Jesus Christ. Performs and records audio rants and hosted internet radio shows called 2 Cents, which ran for 87 mostly weekly episodes, up to 2 hours in length before he discontinued due to time and work constraints, blah blah blah. Ranted about many things in the early stages of his website. His rants were between 3 to 6 minutes long and normally focused on 3 areas. These are religions, rants about holy wars, prayer, and Christians, political issues, delving into such issues as gay pride, hunting, guns, abortion in the U.S. military, and the furry fandom itself. Rants on the latter are geared specifically to that community and thus less accessible to those outside of the fandom, and have dealt with further confusion, anthrocon, fur artists, and muck talk? I don't know what that means. The rants were originally scripted and were released in advance every 2 months. It just talked about his stuff. Weird that he's a chud. Muck is an old chat platform. Okay. It was a place for people text hangout in the 90s. Okay, gotcha. Very strange. Very, very strange. We'll keep an eye on that person. I don't know how often. They don't post super often, but I don't know. I find the dichotomy of the furrydom and being an anti-SJW type content creator to be interesting. But I don't know. Does he have a fursuit? Because if he does, I kind of want to see it, because a Phoenix fursuit would probably be rad. Anyway, moving on.